Welcome to the season in review. This is how the teams that play in the grand final tomorrow got there. It was a sensational opening round with Balmain defeating the Premiers Parramatta 30-6 on Sunday night at Parramatta Stadium. The match of the day on Sunday afternoon was a St George Manly clash. No tries were scored, and with just moments to go, Saints led 4-2.
There's only a few minutes left in the game as Gibbs takes it up now for the Sea Eagles, and he runs into Fullerton Smith, but he got a pass away to Meredith. Meredith down over the halfway. Meredith kicks ahead. Meredith has been flattened after kicking the ball. The ball will be picked up by Beattie only a couple of metres out from his own line, and it's a penalty to Manly, as it should be, right in front of the posts, only 10 metres out from the St George line. And Meredith, there's no doubt that he was deliberately impeded with after he kicked that ball ahead, and Burgess has definitely impeded his progress. The kick which will even the game up at 4-4 with only a couple of minutes remaining in the match. Here comes Cochrane, moves in, there's the kick, it's a wobbly one but it's got there, and it's 2 points for Manly, and so the game is level again at 4-4.
In other games, Illawarra, Canterbury, Canberra and Penrith all won. And in the next week, in the Saturday television game, Wests defeated Parramatta at Arana Park 32-16, and was West captain Ian Schubert jubilant.
It's another career started. Yeah, the crowd came out and supported us very well, and we showed a little bit of football like we're going to play this year, so I hope they're as happy as we are.
Were you surprised that you found so many openings in the Parramatta defence?
Well, no, I don't think there was openings in the defence. We'll work to our pattern fairly well. We made the openings, and we expected them to be where they were. And we played fairly back-up football fairly well today, and we worked hard for our win, and we got it admirably. Like the boys are very happy, and I can imagine the Parramatta boys won't be near as happy as us.
The Indian summer heat and midweek football were taking their toll. Canterbury was playing their third game in 8 days against a charged-up Balmain side.
Now it goes to Collin. He pops the pass over the top. Gartner should score. Oh, Gartner's been taken in a very high tackle, but he's got there. It's a try to Balmain. They've got back in. And here at Belmore, it's still 11 points to 8 in favour of Balmain as Peter Tunks goes charging down the centre. His pass back on the inside. They've gone without it, but it's touched a Balmain player, and so it's 6 to go. The ball out wide to Langmack. Langmack with the line wide open has dropped the pass, but the referees ruled it forward anyway. It was going to be ruled a knock on, but there was no risk that the pass that went to Langmack was forward, and so the scrum will go down only 16 metres out from the Balmain line, and that may have been Canterbury's chance.
Well, another loss to Canterbury. However, coach Warren Ryan was philosophical.
I think the thing that's taken the greatest toll on our blokes was the Wednesday night game, and I do know for a fact a number of them were still sore training on Saturday morning, so I'd have to say that fact was probably the critical one. I don't think the heat's as bad for Balmain as it is for us, and we did have a very hot game as a preparation. Last week we played in a very hot day against North Sydney, so I mean we had, I suppose that could be classified as an advantage. They played a game in the cool at Parramatta Stadium, and so their preparation in that respect wasn't as good, but then of course I think we're definitely disadvantaged by having to line up against Manly in the midweek and then still take players into the game that hadn't fully recovered.
Other winners were Easts, Cronulla, St George and Manly. With their first flash of championship form of the season, they ran away from Penrith in the second half, winning 42-18. To round 3, and the match of the day was Balmain versus Souths at Leichhardt Oval, and what an explosive game it was.
Now something's happened here.
This is silly.
10 in the sin bin. Here comes Chisholm. Chisholm's got 10 in the sin bin. Now Fennick is going to be speaking. Now Fennick was lying on the ground, and he's got 10. He's got 10 in the sin bin, and it's right. I saw Lindsay Johnston actually. He's off. Lindsay Johnston has been sent off. And so the judiciary will be working overtime again this week. 3 off in under 23s, 2 in first grade so far. And at the moment, Souths have only got 10 men. 2 in the sin bin, and Johnston off. Bias from dummy half, goes on his own. Here comes Sirenen. Sirenen's in! What a try! Oh, the big man just went straight ahead. They talk about being faster than a speeding bullet. This man would take Superman on, and it'd be a fair contest.
Balmain coach Billy Anderson wasn't really happy with the result.
Now, we've got to improve on that, but I thought the pleasing aspects of the game, and as a coach you've always got to find the positives and negatives. The pleasing aspects were we didn't lift our hands up. We were able to keep our hands down in what was a very torrid game. And I thought we stuck at our guns pretty much in defence.
If Bill Anderson wasn't really happy, South's coach George Piggins was livid.
I thought we put in a perfect performance. We tried hard. I don't think we done too much wrong as far as foul play went. I never seen the Lindsay Johnson incident. As far as any of the other players were concerned, as far as in the run-up play, I thought we never committed any fouls, and I thought that we were harshly done by. We knew we were in there at half-time, but we had 12 minutes on the paddock at that stage. We were running into a stiff breeze. We knew we had our work cut out, and we were prepared to go out there and work hard. But unfortunately, the referee just kept penalising us, and unfortunately, he just put us out of the game.
Other winners were Canberra, Easts, Manly, Canterbury, and in a real shock, Cronulla 22 defeated St George 14. To round 4, Parramatta with 2 losses and a bye came to Brookvale Oval looking desperately for a win. However, Manly had different ideas.
Manly leading 6 points to 0 in a dummy half as Cochrane. Getting the ball now is Hasler. Hasler thought about the kick and then went on his own. He slipped a little one-handed pass away. It's gone to the ground. It's picked up by Meredith. The referee said play on. Now getting the ball away again is Cochrane. Cochrane's going for the line. He's pulled down from behind in desperate defence. Only about 10 or 11 metres out. Chalmers the tackler. Going the blind side. It's gone to Hasler. Hasler's dived and scored. They're in again. Manly 10, Parramatta 0. Put away the glasses. They'll declare some stage in the second half, Manly, if Parramatta keep doing this. Lyons a dummy half. He got away from 1. He's away from 2. Can he get the pass away? Yes, he got it away to Williams. Back it went to Hasler. Hasler knocked it backwards. It's gone from Cochrane out wide. It goes to O'Connor. O'Connor tries a little chip and chase. He regathers. O'Connor up over the halfway. Back it goes to Cochrane. Cochrane for the line. Cochrane will score. Cochrane's in under the post. Oh, what a try! What a magnificent try!
Manly 26, Parramatta 4. In other games, Norths defeated Canberra 10-8. Balmain made it 4 wins straight, beating Cronulla 15-8. Souths had their first win of the season, defeating Penrith 13-6. And at the SCG, Easts had a huge win over St George, 44-2, after Craig Young had been sent off in the opening minutes. And at Belmore on a Saturday night, Canterbury 26 defeated Wests 16. To round 5, Easts confounded all critics with a 21-8 win over Balmain at Leichhardt. At Parramatta, on Sunday, Parramatta was still looking for their first win of the season, this time against Canterbury.
Sterling, the pass comes out wide towards Muggleton, and Muggleton is gang tackled out there. Good football from Lamb and Langmack. He's tackled 10 metres out from the goalpost. It's towed through and they play the ball. The ball's loose in the end goal. It's a try to Parramatta. It's a penalty try. Now taking it up the centre, it's Gillespie. The ball slipped away towards Potter. Potter's up over the halfway. Potter slips the pass away. It's Alchin with it. Alchin over the quarter line. Alchin will score for Canterbury. Alchin's in. He brings them all round, and Canterbury might be back into the game. It's 14-4 in favour of Parramatta. Mosley in a dummy half. Away at Sterling, who's the first receiver. He puts the grubber kick in. It's loose in the end goal area. Sterling's there first. Sterling scores.
To round 6, Illawarra defeated St George. Balmain defeated Canberra, and Parramatta overcame Souths. And at Belmore, Canterbury were at home to Manly.
Dummy half is Hagan. Away it goes from Mortimer. Now it's with Farah. And Farah going straight down the centre. Farah's busted them up. He's over the quarter line. He's got support in Mortimer. And Mortimer will score under the post. Brilliant football. Started by Mortimer. Farah did extremely well. And little Stevie Mortimer has finished it off under the sticks. Shut the gate. Canterbury are home. It's 14-2.
Round 7, the Royal Easter Show, and Saints played Norths on the main arena and lost 18-16. Cronulla had a splendid win over Parramatta 26-24, and at Brookvale, Souths had a big victory over Manly. To round 8, the Easter weekend, and the match that grabbed all the headlines was the Cronulla-Manly clash at Endeavour Field. We pick up the call with Manly clinging to a 1-point lead with just minutes to go.
Speechley, a pass goes away towards Gustard. Gustard pass comes off the hand of a Manly player to Watson. Watson sends it to Speechley. Speechley back to Docking. Docking for the line. Docking taken in a high tackle. Only about 8 metres out from Manly's line. But Manly are under siege again. Here's Cronulla storming home. Speechley. Speechley throws the dummy and goes on his own. He's only 8 metres out. Into dummy half is Porter. Porter goes on his own. Sends it away to Nixon. Nixon's in. Nixon scored. Cronulla have won it! Cronulla have got out of jail! Cronulla are in front 16-13. Nixon has scored the try.
Two other shock results that weekend: South 10, Canterbury 6, and East 28, Parramatta 16. To round 9. On Saturday, Manly defeated East in a tight game, and it saw the reappearance of Noel Cleal after a long absence with injury, but only as an experiment. How did he fare?
It's mainly Manly so far, but they're not on the board as Hasler gives it out to Cochrane. Fires it on to Vorton. Out to Lyons. In the line is Williams. Gives it to Close. Here's a chance for Manly. Close goes for the line. Close will score the first try. He puts in a chip ahead. It comes off someone's boat. It's loose. It's a try. It's a try to Manly. Loose ball in goal. Manly have scored, and that's the ball game.
Noel Cleal, I think's the man.
Yes, it's Cleal who scored the try. He's come up with the try after Vorton had put in a kick. It came off an Eastern Suburbs player. And Manly, who have had 3 depressing weeks and a fairly dispiriting moment in the second half when Lyons was sent off, have scored a try.
Mate, I reckon I'm about 5 schooners off being happy yet.
I like that. You're on and off the field more often than the Sandboys come on for kicks at goal today.
Yeah, well, obviously, when there was 20 minutes to go or 15 minutes to go, whenever I replaced Ronnie Gibbs, I don't think I could have gone the distance after playing the reserve grade. So, and then I came off and had a couple of minutes breathe and then back on again, so it worked out pretty well.
Final score, Manly 18, East's 10. The most amazing match of the round was at Parramatta Stadium, where Canberra led 22-0 at half-time, but were beaten by Parramatta 30-22. One newspaper said it all with a headline that read, "Miracle in Parramatta Park." To round 10, and in a score that is of great significance today, at Seaford Oval, Manly 18 defeated Canberra 10. It was a very wet and windy day. Manly led 18-4 at half-time. This was the match in which Mal Meninga collided with the goalpost and broke his arm.
Well, the doctors diagnosed a broken forearm, a couple of bones broken in there, so at the minimum it'll be 8 weeks for him.
Well, that's got to be a major blow to your first-grade side.
Oh, it certainly has. But the major blow is to Mal himself. He's a guy that works so hard, and he's a fellow that's playing so well. We can cope with his loss. I mean, it's very hard to replace a player like him who's playing so well, but I feel very sorry for him because the rep football's about to start and really keen to play in it all, and he's going to be sitting at home.
On Sunday at the Endeavour Field, Cronulla led South 16-2 at half-time. Let's pick up play 3 minutes into the second half.
South Sydney's end of the field, 10 metres in from the eastern touchline. Going from dummy half is Staines, and Staines has got within about 17 metres of that South Sydney line. Back towards the centre of the field as it goes to Porter. Now it goes to Hatch, blindside. It comes away to Nixon. He's away from 1, he's away from 2. He's got it back to Porter, and Porter just ducks his head down and goes ahead a couple more metres before he's wrapped up. Only 11 metres out from South's line as it comes from Stans. Away it goes now from Porter. A beautiful pass away went from Miller on to Wilson, and Wilson will score. Wilson's in next to the post, and that's the ball game. Alan Wilson has scored the try.
And Cronulla went on to win 28-18. At Henson Park, Easts won the closest match of the round, defeating Canterbury with a late goal 16-14. To round 11, the match at Redfern saw South score 2 tries to 0 against Easts, winning 14-4. Both solo efforts from Phil Blake, the first a beauty.
There's the line drop out, and getting underneath it is Biles, and he takes it well. Now runs it back towards the eastern suburbs quarter line, and he's met in a solid tackle there from Shepherd, and lending assistance was Tessman. Fennick, the pass comes to Boyle, and Boyle is going to be asked to play it a few metres outside the eastern suburbs quarter line as Phil Blake gets it, and he beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. Blake's almost in the clear. Phil Blake will score a beautiful try. They don't come any better than that. That was just sheer class. That was classic Blake.
Of the other matches, perhaps the most significant score was at Seaford, Canterbury 23, Canberra 4. To round 12, the most amazing match was Parramatta's 1-point victory over St George, the winning 45-metre field goal being kicked by John Muggleton right on the bell. To round 13, and at Brookvale, Manly did a real demolition job on the competition leaders, Balmain.
Going from dummy half is Cleal. He's tackled by Elias, but he slipped the pass away from Shearer. It goes to Vorton. The long pass goes to O'Connor. Beautiful fingertip control. Pass goes to Williams. Williams for the corner. Williams dives. Williams scores. Beautiful Goal try from Manly. Williams has scored the try. Manly are leading Balmain 4-0.
They're all into it, and I'd say Balmain have got problems because Manly have superior speed on the flanks.
Well, Bobby Fulton's obviously read this very well, hasn't he? I mean, it looked obvious to all of us, but it's still the execution that has to be perfect. And now a meal of it has been made by Elias. The ball has been scooped up and racing away to score a try as Williams and Manly are leading 10-0. He's tackled in tackle number 5, only a few metres out from that Manly line. Lane, the pass comes across to Gale. Gale throws a wide pass. It's intercepted by Cliff Lyons. Lyons is over the quarter line. Lyons trying to get away from Gary Jack. The pass comes back to Ronson. Ronson charging down to the quarter line. Ronson over the quarter line. Ronson for the line. Ronson's pulled down in desperation defence by Gardner, but his momentum's carried him over the line, and it's a try to Manly. Back towards the centre of the field. It's Stuart Davis at dummy half. It comes from Hasler to Lyons. Lyons does a little jink and then goes on his own, and he's tackled in tackle number 5, 10 metres out. Going from dummy half is Hasler. They've got a chance out here, Manly, as it goes to Williams. Williams is over in the corner. That's his hat-trick. Williams has scored his 3rd try of the afternoon, and Manly are leading 20 points to 8. They're not going up in a straight line out wide, Balmain, as Gibbs takes it up. And Gibbs has got through. Gibbs is down to the halfway line. The pass comes to O'Connor. O'Connor over the halfway. He's got support in Stuart Davis. The ball is picked up by Davis. Davis for the line. Davis will score. What a good try from Manly. It's 24 points to 8. It comes away now. Out wide it comes to Lyons, and now it goes to O'Connor. Quick hands out here. It comes to Williams. Williams is over the quarter line. Williams is trying to set up Ronson. Ronson gets it back on the inside, but he couldn't get the ball back to O'Connor. Otherwise, they would have swept it back the other side of the field. They've still got a chance here, Manly, as it comes from O'Connor to Lyons. And Lyons, a long cut-out pass comes out to Cochrane. He's got it out to Cleal. Cleal's over the halfway. Cleal coming down to the quarter line. He's out of 1. He's out of 2. He's still going. He's standing looking for support. He finds Gibbs. Gibbs dashing for the line. Gibbs will score! Oh, what a good Manly try! Gibbs dives over under the post. It's 28 points to 8. 6 tackles to go, says the referee. Davis into dummy half. Open side it comes away from Shearer. Shearer throws the dummy, goes on his own, gets it back to Stuart Davis, and Davis tries to force his way over, and he's tackled only 1.5 metres out from the Balmain line. Noel Cleal moves into dummy half, throws the pass to Hasler. Quick hands, it goes to Lyons, and now to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to score. Gibbs goes straight through a big yawning hole and scores his 2nd try of the afternoon. It's 34 points to 14. And now Manly have got Balmain on the rack again as Hasler slips a pass away to O'Connor. O'Connor streaking over the quarter line. O'Connor races into the end goal area and scores Manly's 8th. Another one. It's 40 points to 14. And now Cleal split them apart. Away it goes to Ronson. Back on the inside to Cochrane. Cochrane from the quarter line to the goal line. Dives. Under the post it goes. And that's the 9th try of the afternoon. It's now 46 points to 14. The kick-it goal to come. And now the question is, can Manly get 50?
Well, the final score was Manly 48, Balmain 14. And at the end of the first round of the competition, the table read like this. Balmain 20, Manly 19, East and Cronulla 18, with Canberra, Canterbury and Souths all on 14. Round 14, a split round, and so with Canberra 4 points out of the 5, their match against 4th-placed Cronulla the next Sunday was a crunch game for the Raiders. The game was only 2 minutes old when this happened.
Away to brother Kevin. Now it goes to O'Sullivan. Back it goes to Gilbert. Gilbert in space. Gilbert will score. Gilbert's in. It's 4-0. Canberra cut them to bits. They all hung on. As Gilbert got the ball, they were waiting for him to throw the pass, and he said, I'll take the big gap, went straight through it and cut them to ribbons. Well, now the ball's been re-free by some Cronulla players as Bacco trying to make some ground, and now Bellamy's got the ball in open space. Bellamy racing for the line, on his ankle, taken in desperation by Sorensen. Bellamy's still going though, he's got up, he can't get his pass away as he's tackled by desperate Cronulla defence. Only 3 metres out from the Cronulla line, and they can thank Sorensen for that desperate last-ditch dive, the Sharks, as it comes to O'Sullivan. Now it's gone to Coyne. Coyne can't get his pass away, and he's tackled only 13 metres out from the Sharks line. Morrissey a dummy half. It goes to Kevin Walters. Walters on his own. Walters can't get his pass back inside. In fact, as he went to the ground, he's lost the ball. It's been stolen by Jonathan Docking, and Cronulla breathe again. But that was a try, and now they've lost the ball again, and O'Sullivan's got it out wide. It comes across to Bellamy, and Bellamy's in this time. It's a try after yet another Cronulla error. It was picked up by O'Sullivan, out wide Gilbert and Bellamy were both breathing heavily after being very much involved in the previous run, and Bellamy has fallen over the line. He's injured himself as he scored the try, but Canberra are leading 8-2. Kevin Walters, away it goes to O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan goes straight down the centre, and he's tackled about 35 metres out. The movement continues on through Todd. Todd through 1, through 2. Away it goes to Bacco. Bacco will score. Bacco's over. Canberra in again. The two props combined as they've cut Cronulla to ribbons again. Leading 16-2 as Steve Walters sends it away. Kevin Walters, switch a play from O'Sullivan. Back it goes to Henjak. Now the pass comes out to Corkery. Corkery in open space. He's got round Sorensen. Corkery for the corner. Corkery's got through underneath the tackle of Docking and scored. Try to Matthew Corkery. Good football from Canberra. The good switch of play. Put away the glasses. Canberra have got the Winfield Cup points. They're leading by 20 points to 2. Kevin Walters makes the break from dummy half. He's got away from Miller. He sent the pass away to Bacco. Now it goes to Henjak. Henjak in space again. Henjak over the halfway line. He's got support in Morrissey. It goes to Corkery. Corkery over the corner line. Corkery will score under the post. Corkery's in. Corkery puts the ball down, and little Ivan Henjak made the break. Good backing up from the winger. It's 24-2. And now the Canberra have got the ball after the scrum has gone down, so they've got another chance to score the try at the moment as it comes away now from Kevin Walters. Out wide, the pass is a bad one, but it's picked up by Chris Kinner. Kinner gets on the outside of Lukens. Kinner going for the line, back in the side, comes to Morrissey, and Morrissey will score. Try to Canberra, another try.
And the final score, Canberra 32, Cronulla 6. On Saturday the 6th of June, Canterbury's premiership hopes took a nosedive when they were defeated on a very wet North Sydney Oval 8-2 to break a 6-match losing sequence for the Bears. After the match, Jerry Collins put this question to the Canterbury coach, Warren Ryan.
Has all the talk of some of your players playing on the Gold Coast next year and perhaps even losing your secretary had an effect on the club?
Well, I mean, I'm not privileged to know what things affect people, but they can't have a good effect. I'm not very impressed with the way those things were aired in the media, and whether they had a good effect or no effect, who's to know? I just don't think they can be good.
At Brookvale, Manly firmed to outright premiership favourites with a very convincing 20-6 win over the hapless St George. To round 15 at the SCG, Souths played St George. The match was billed as Saints' last hope, while for Souths, a win could put them in the 5. Souths didn't let their supporters down.
He has a look and then decides to go ahead. Now slips the ball back neatly from Andrews. It goes to Fennick. Up the middle goes South Sydney. Oh, he's made a bust. Poor defence by St George. A great chance here. It goes to Michael Blake. He sends it back to Coleman. Coleman has a look. Wants support. It goes across to Andrews, who scores under the posts. What a brilliant South Sydney try. Michael Andrews under the posts. Mario Fennick made a break, but there were some fingertip passes there that had to be held for the try to be scored, and South lead 10-0.
They went on to win 21-12. One of South's stars was Mario Fennick.
George wanted me to run the ball as a second rower. Ray Coleman was going to my familiar dummy half role, and certainly I was picking up some great passes from him and made my job easier. I just had to hit the hole and the ball was there.
Saints coach Roy Masters was not at all happy with his team's performance.
All the fundamental errors that you don't want to see happen in a football game, such as losing the ball on the first and second tackle, not chasing the kicks, not deep enough in attack, just a litany of error of the highest order.
And on Sunday at Leichhardt, Canterbury got back on the winning list, defeating Balmain 18-15. To round 16, a nothing round really. On Saturday, Canterbury won again at Penrith's expense. The man of the match was Terry Lamb, who has never forgotten his old junior club.
Another Stephen football as Mark Levy's man of the match today. And I suppose the Chester Hill Hornets are going to be the recipients of it again, are they? Is that the story?
I think so. Well, I never played any football for any other club when I was younger, and I played it for 12 years, and I think probably maybe the 10th ball, maybe another 2 more to go for 12, one for every year.
And in Monday night football, South defeated a now struggling Balmain 16-12. Round 17, an incredible Saturday game at Leichhardt Oval, where Cronulla led by 26-2 and then went on to win 32-26. There were some great moments.
It was a Balmain scrum when Neil lost it. Docking's got the pass and Coleman's heading for the corner and he'll score the first try of the game. What a mistake made by the Balmain halfback, Michael Neal, after he got the ball at the back of the scrum and lost it, and it was quickly grabbed by Ron Quinn. Docking came around to the blind side, swept onto the pass, and then Coleman, who was unmarked, went over in the corner, and that makes Cronulla lead 4-0 after 9 minutes. Goes away to Miller. Miller steps well. He's come down towards the corner. He's got support. Out from Hatch. It goes to Wilson. Wilson for the corner, and he's going to score the try. We're 20 out from the Balmain line. Speechley puts in the chip for the corner. Watson is there, and Eddinghausen scores. Eddinghausen scores the try. Goes the ball from Quinn. Cronulla have got it through Speechley. Docking on the blinds, made a break. Sirenen's after him. He won't get to him. And Docking's going to go over and score in the corner. Out towards Wilson. Back it goes from Docking to Miller. Gavin Miller out of a few tackles. Over the corner, he's got support from Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen up to halfway. He's got speed. Here comes Jack. A kick in field from Eddinghausen. Staines is after it. So's Quinn. Here's a go. Close to the line. Quinn's going to dive on the ball and score the try. Under the posts. The 5th try of this half, and Cronulla are making Balmain look pathetic at the moment. Conlon using a fend, sends it across to Hanrahan over the top. It's Jamie Davidson. He's heading for the corner. Here comes the cover. He puts in the centre kick. Michael Neal's there. Michael Neal can't get hold of it. It's play on for Balmain. Gale goes and scores under the posts. Last tackle for Balmain. Elias on the blind. It goes to Conlon. Here's a chance for Hanrahan, and a try to Sirenen. Someone take the play. It goes out there to Neal. Neal's half through. Bang! He was caught in a tackle there. Heavy defence. 5 metres out, last tackle. Gale with a chance. It goes to Conlon. Pierce for the line, and in goes Hanrahan in the corner. Hanrahan scores the try. About 10 metres from the Cronulla line. Dummy half is Jack. It goes to Gale. Gale short kicks. He chases. Will he regather? He's close to it. He scores. Scott Gale has scored the try. What a try. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. It's 26 to 24. Still in the middle. A back flip pass. Goes across to Quinn to Speechley. Speechley gets it to Eddinghausen. He heads for the corner. That's the ball game. Eddinghausen scores wide out. They had the extra man. So Cronulla have, with a gasp, recovered.
Cronulla coach Jack Gibson wasn't happy about Balmain getting back into the game.
We started, I don't know, maybe we had too many coaches on the football paddock. Instead of people want to worry about what they've got to do. Players have got to make commitments and tell you, not suggest to others how they play the game, but tell them if they're going to open their mouth, tell the others their commitment, what they're going to do. But I think we've got a few people out there that think what they say, you know, is the best as advice you can get. Well, if you get 5 talking, we're not all going to come up with the same solution. So that confuses people.
At Parramatta, Manly won again, this time against Parramatta 30-22. Bob Fulton was full of praise for his team's defence.
Oh, when it counted, we stood up a bit when we were counted. It was a situation of if you can hold out any side with Sterling and Kenny in it, particularly where they had most of their possession, and that was inside our 22, that speaks volumes for our defence.
Now, the lack of possession in the second half, I think you had about 20 minutes from the half you had to the draw. How were you suffering up in the stand?
Probably like most Manly supporters, it was, I was doing it pretty tough. It was a situation that they had better field position than us in the second half, and we had to get the ball down there and put them under some pressure, which, unfortunately we weren't able to do, except on probably 1 or 2 occasions. So we were backpedaling most of the second half, and I think they outscored us in the second half, but then again, it's games for 80 minutes.
How true. To round 18, Easts and Balmain at the SCG played an exciting draw.
As it's taken beautifully on the full on the Balmain quarter line by Gary Jack, and Jack is hit with everything. He's lost the ball. A very solid tackle. A chance for Steve Morris. Morris going for the corner. Morris sends it back on the infield. David French dives and scores. Try to Eastern Suburbs. Truella's got the ball for Eastern Suburbs, 12 metres out from Balmain's line as it comes away to Spina, and now comes from Hall, back to Spina. He throws another dummy. A pass has gone away. It's come off a Balmain player's hand and scooped up by Gary Worth back on the Balmain quarter line. There'll be 6 to go as Worth evades 1, evades 2, evades 3. A good run from Worth, and he's got it about 13 metres out. 20-odd seconds left in the first half. They might even have a go at a field goal here. East Spina goes on his own, and he's tackled 10 metres out from Balmain's line. The Tigers desperately holding the Roosters out on the stroke of half-time as Gilmister goes ahead. He's got a pass away. They've scooped it away now to Melrose. Melrose sends it back on the inside towards the prop forward Tasman, and he's tackled only 4 metres out. Dummy half again, Melrose. Gilmister goes on his own. He's got it away now to the Tobin, and Tobin will score. Tobin's in right next to the uprights. Try to Eastern Suburbs. And right on half-time, they've stretched the lead to 8 points to 0. Going from dummy half is Hanrahan. Hanrahan's tackled about 17 or 18 metres out from the east line. Elias throws the dummy and goes on his own. He got through the gap, but there was nobody backing him up. He's got the ball 9 metres out. Last tackle against the Tigers. The point of attack has switched the short side to Conlon. They've got a chance here. Pearce for the line. Pearce will score. Try to Balmain. Good switch of football. Good football from Conlon. Held the pass up. And good clear thinking from Wayne Pearce. Seeing where the gap was, knew that he could score, and Balmain have got a sniff. East 11, Balmain 4. Conlon got a pass away out towards Hanrahan, and he's tackled midway half and quarter line. Inside Eastern Suburbs territory, Conlon from dummy half found Sinclair, and Sinclair gets the ball within about 34 metres of the Roosters line. Last tackle against the Tigers. It's with Scotty Gale, and Gale got a pass away quickly across the back line. It comes to Schofield. Now it goes to Jamie Davidson. Davidson flying for the corner, sends it back on the inside. Anybody could score, yes. It'll be a try to Schofield. Schofield picked it up. A bouncing ball came back on the inside from Jamie Davidson. They had plenty of cover defence, Eastern Suburbs, but the speculative pass has come back on the inside, and the Tigers have scored. Conlon moves in, there's the kick, and he's got it. The Tigers have hit the lead. The Tigers, for the first time all afternoon, have hit the lead with just 5 minutes left on the clock. Balmain leading 12-11. There's a few people starting to leave the game. I don't know why. So the ball now with Eastern Suburbs. They're 14 or 15 metres out. Now can they snatch the ball game out of the fire? Balmain leading 12-11. East on the attack. 14 metres out from Balmain's line. Truella taking it up as Shepherd, and Shepherd's almost got through. He's only 11 metres away. Into dummy half again as David Truella as he sends the ball away. It comes to Hastings. Now it goes to Melrose. Melrose has a shot at field goal. I think it's there. It is. It's 12-all.
And that was the final score. Canterbury kept their final hopes alive with a 22-6 win over Parramatta. Manly had the bye. To round 19, Canberra came to Leichhardt with high hopes. However, they were never in the game.
Up to Conlon, up to halfway, he motors, over halfway, Davidson's with him, he looks infield, and it goes across to Schofield, he finds support from Brooks, and it's the try to Davidson. Thank you. The game is all over now, if it wasn't before. A super Balmain try. They were backing up everywhere. Elias gives it. It goes out to Schofield. Fires the long ball. It's a try to Neil.
Had to be, and it was on the ruck before. Gale didn't give it. Wanted to score the try himself. Slipped over, but from the next ruck it was still on.
Got the pass to Schofield. Schofield sets it up for Conlon. Conlon's going to score the try. Balmain's sixth of the day. Some threadbare Canberra defence. Canberra really shot to pieces in the last 20 minutes. It's 26-0.
And the final score was 28-0. What were Canberra coach Don Ferner's thoughts after the game?
We didn't play as well as we've been playing, but as I said, they're the sort of things, that's what rugby league's all about. And they were, as far as we put pressure on ourselves because we didn't play so well. But Balmain, give them credit, they played very well. So I've got no more to say than that. We tried hard but weren't good enough.
Manly, fresh from the bye, had another big win. This time it was against Canterbury, the score 32-2. And the premiership table after that weekend looked remarkably like the table at the end of August. The top five were Manly, 31, East, 27, Balmain and South, 25, Canberra, 24. To round 20. The one match of importance was the Manly-South clash at Redfern, Manly winning narrowly 16-13. To round 21, and there was a major shock on Saturday at the Parramatta Stadium. Parramatta played brilliantly to defeat East's 32-2.
Here's the last tackle. It goes to Sterling. He puts in a little grubber. He's chasing it. He scores. Oh, Peter Sterling, it's your day. What a try. The defence came up fast, and Sterling put in a little grubber, and they're all out of position, and he picked up the bouncing ball and then just fell forward over the line to score. A great little try. Sends it out to Eden. Eden's back in field. He kicks ahead. He's chasing it. Sterling's there. Sterling gets the bounce. Oh, what a bounce for Sterling, and what a try to the captain. His second try of the game. Sterling and Scott at Sconstridge slated towards Ericsson. Back to Sterling. Oh, Sterling's into a hole. Sterling could score here. He's over. His third try in the second half. What a try to Peter Sterling. I don't think I've ever seen a more convincing individual performance in a game than this. Peter Sterling's been all over them.
And Peter Sterling, who played with that kind of form throughout the year, deservedly won all the major awards, including the big one, the Rothmans Medal. All the top teams won, with the exception of Souths, who were pipped 6-4 by Canterbury on Monday night at Belmore. To round 22, on Saturday, Canterbury kept their semi-final hopes alive with a 16-14 win over Cronulla at Endeavour Field. Then at Henson Park on Sunday, firsts played seconds, Manly versus Easts, but no one was prepared for East's early onslaught.
And Easts are right on the attack again through Johnston, and Johnston's tackled only 9 metres out from the Manly goalpost. Dummy half, Morris away to McGahn, a flick pass back on the inside, and getting up to play the ball, Brendan Hall only 7 metres out. From dummy half, Morris goes on his own, and Stephen Slippery Morris might have scored. I think he's in, he has. He slipped underneath the defence and put the ball right on the line, and Eastern Suburbs have drawn first blood. They lead 4-0. Well, the ball's been kicked ahead a couple of times, and now David Smith has scooped it up, and Smith's going to race away and score a try for Eastern Suburbs after a comedy of errors, after Hasler didn't fall on a loose ball, and then Shearer just couldn't gather in a loose ball, and they all stood round the Manly players, I think, wondering and waiting for what was going to happen. And now Laurie Spina's gone straight through the Manly side. He's down to the quarter line. He's got to pass away to Hall. Hall racing for the line. He's tackled by Hasler, but Hall, I think, has got across into the end goal area, and it's a try. Eastern Suburbs are in again. They lead Manly 18 points to 0. A couple of metres inside Eastern Suburbs territory as the ball comes away now towards... and now a pass goes from Rampling away to Worth, and that was certainly a couple of metres forward, and Worth is racing down the touchline. He's got it back to Morris, and Morris will score. Morris has scored a try after Worth collected a pass off a forward pass from Rampling, and Morris has scored his second try, and that's the ball game.
And the final score, East's 26, Manly 16. On Monday night, a shock loss by Balmain to St George, the Saints winning 18-14. Round 23, it saw Manly and Canberra clash at Brookvale. Raiders captain Dean Lance was sent off. Manly struggled. They won 20-18. Meanwhile at Redfern, South put Cronulla out of the semi-final race with a good 16-10 win. To round 24, the Saturday game was at Seaford, and Canberra had a great win over Canterbury, 22-4, and yet many people were still of the opinion that Canberra wouldn't make the 5. Manly got out of jail against Illawarra, coming from 17-4 down to win 28-17. While at Henson, Souths came from behind to defeat Easts 32-18. The top 5, with just 2 games to go, looked like this. Manly 39, Balmain and Easts 33, Souths 31, Canberra 30, and Canterbury 6th on 28. Canberra had the hardest draw, having to play both Souths and Easts. To round 25 on Saturday, Easts bounced back to defeat Cronulla 18-14. However, all eyes were on the Souths Canberra game, the last first-grade match to be played at Redfern. Souths were supremely confident, but they were in for a shock.
Only a metre out as Steve Walters again in a dummy half. He gets the ball, fires it away. It's picked up by O'Sullivan. Away it goes to Henjack. Now it goes away towards Belcher. On it goes to Kinner, and Kinner will score in the corner. First try of the match, and Canberra have scored. Good football with Chris Kinner finishing the try off, and Canberra are leading by 4 points to 2. Here's Matthew Corkery on a big run down the left flank, and Corkery racing away. Corkery will score. Corkery's in underneath and towards the posts. And now he's got possession back, says the referee, and the referee says 6 to go as he gets up to play it. About 11 metres out, gee, I thought that was a knock-on as Bacco goes ahead, and Bacco's held up. Only about 8 metres out from the south line. Steve Walters on his own. Steve Walters has crashed his way over the line and scored. Walters is in. Try to Canberra. It's 14-2. And now it's Gilbert who runs it away. It goes away to O'Sullivan. He's almost got out. He's got the pass away to Jackson. Jackson gets it away to Kinner. Kinner's up over the halfway. He's got Gilbert in support. Kinner goes away from Gilbert and he's crashed into the ground, as too was Gilbert. Only about 25 metres up. They play the ball quickly. Jackson gets it. He sends it back. Now it goes to Kevin Walters. On it goes now towards another one of the Canberra players, and they've gone in to score a try. I think it might have been Belcher who's taken the last pass. and Canberra have got the 2 points all sewn up now as Belcher has scored the try, and it's 22 points to 2.
Yes, Canberra kept them tryless and won 26-2. In the shock of the round, West defeated Balmain 14-10 at Arana Park, a result that had far-reaching consequences on the make-up of the final 5. With just one round remaining to be played, the table read Manly 39, Easts 35, Balmain 33, Canberra 32, South 31, Canterbury 30. Round 26. On Saturday, Arthur Beetson caused a real surprise when he rested 7 players against Canberra, and yet the Raiders only just got home, 22-18, the first of what was to be 3 clashes in 4 weeks. Manly knocked Balmain out of the top 3 when they won a tough match 26-8. So the scenario read that for Canterbury to make the 5, Norths had to beat Souths and Canterbury had to beat St George.
So Souths leading by 14 points to 10 and Canterbury trailing here by 10 points to 2. So it looks as if Balmain will be playing South Sydney next Saturday afternoon. At East will be playing Canberra on Sunday afternoon. But there's still 18 minutes or 19 minutes left in this match here, and there's still plenty of time over at North Sydney Oval. And so we're going to see plenty of football between now and the end of these matches this afternoon as Chris Johns goes straight down the centre for St George, and he's tackled about 25 metres out from that Canterbury line. In a dummy half as Billy Johnston. Away it comes. It's Wally Fullerton Smith going on his own. He's through 1, he's through 2. He's got support. Out it goes out towards the other second row of Fraser. And Fraser scored in front of the members' fan. Goodbye, Canterbury. That's the end of the Bulldogs era. Canterbury with the ball. They try the little chip and chase through Steve Mortimer, and the ball's been gathered in by Curry. He's got it away to Terry Lamb. Lamb racing away. He's over the quarter line. Walford gives chase. Back it goes to Stevie Mortimer. And Mortimer, good on you, Stevie. He scores next to the posts. If it is his last game for Canterbury, at least he's finished it off in grand style. 5.5 minutes left in the match. Steve Mortimer in a dummy half. They're 14 metres out from their own line. A lovely pass away to Whitfield, and Whitfield's tackled on the Canterbury quarter line. They're desperate here at the moment, the Canterbury Bulldogs. St George have led for the entire match as a long pass comes away to Steve Mortimer again. He sent it away to Raymond. Now Raymond's got a lot of speed. He's got inside Gentle. He's down to the halfway. He's still going but can't offload the pass on the inside Terry Lamb. 10 metres inside St George's territory. Hagan, quickly it comes away to Langmack. Langmack quickly gets it back. It's picked up by Jason Elchin. Now it's gone to Bugden. Bugden goes down the centre to Dunn. Quick hands away. It goes from Hagan away to Lamb. Lamb's over the quarter line. Lamb will score. Lamb's racing away. Lamb will score next to the post. Canterbury are back in business. 5 minutes left on the clock. Beautiful hands from Canterbury, and they've still got a hope. While there's time, there's hope.
Hope there was, but Saints held on to win the game 16-14, and although Norths defeated Souths, the final 5 teams were Manly, Easts, Canberra, Balmain and Souths. The semi-finals. The elimination semi-finals saw Souths opposed to Balmain. Just 1 try scored, and it was all too simple.
Jason Moon's caught, plays it to Fennick, who's in front of the post. He's only about a metre from the line. Thrown back up the field. It goes to Coleman. He flings it out to Johnson, charging at the line. Lindsay Johnson only a metre short. Defensive pressure for Balmain. Coleman, chip kicks ahead. He's chasing it. So's Blake. He gets there. He scores. Phil Blake scores a great try. Philip Blake in for the try. Coleman put the kick in.
Souths 15, Balmain 12. And then on Sunday, Easts defeated Canberra 25-16. Was Don Ferner unhappy with his team's performance?
Oh no, just disappointed in the result. The effort was fantastic. We created a lot of chances out there, and the 4 mistakes, 2 drop balls, 2 bombs, and that was 24 points. That's the difference. We missed out on a few chances ourselves, but the effort there and the example of competing with the top sides was there today. We got a lot of benefit out of that. Wayne and I did a lot of confidence, if you like, because it doesn't matter who we play, we've still got a chance of beating.
And a word for all the many Canberra fans listening.
Just, you've been good all the year, and you're just sticking for the Raiders, and I'm sure you would have been proud of their efforts today. I know Wayne and I are, and we're just ready to build up for next week, and we just need everybody to support us next Saturday.
And what a sensational match it was. Canberra winning 46-12 against Souths after some horrendous early mistakes by Souths. Canberra had it won at half-time when they led 28-6. Who would go straight into the grand final, Manly or Easts?
But it's critical time here for Eastern Suburbs. Manly will come up with the ball. They've got less than a minute and a half to see if they can get over the line.
Hasler gives it to Williams, and it goes out to Ronson. He heads for the corner, and he'll score the first try of the game. A simple enough effort by Manly. Quick work by Des Hasler, linking up with Williams, who fired the ball out to Ronson. The scrum had gone down in the middle of the paddock. They had a split 5 metres from the Manly line. Spina now, back to Hall. Fires the pass wide. It goes to Melrose. They're heading for the corner, and it's a pass to French. French is going in for the try. That pass from Melrose to French looked a bit suspicious, but French has gone in for the try. It was a short ball.
Well, Manly won a very tight encounter, 10-6. And the final, it was the favourites Easts against the underdogs, Canberra.
And Tuella's made a break. He's down to the corner. He gives the pass, and it's gone to Spina, who'll score near the posts. East in for the first try. Some very thin Canberra defence, and Tuella got away from them. He broke the first line, and Laurie Spina trailed him. And there's the first points on the board to Eastern Suburbs. They lead 4-0 after 5 minutes of the game. From dummy half, Steve Walters sends it to Gilbert. Gilbert's cut through. Gilbert's heading for the line. He'll score. An easy try. Gilbert scores the try. That came from nothing. And the East defence opened right up. They really did fall asleep and allowed Gilbert to run. And a bomb from here. McGahn gives it back to Melrose. They're chasing Melrose. He puts up the high kick on Welcher, but it bounces in goal. It bounced dead in goal. Is he going to give that a try? Oh, that's an unbelievable try. The ball went dead. The ball did go dead, yes. It's dummy half with Steve Walters in the middle. It goes to Gilbert. Gilbert heading for the line. A metre short of the line, Ashley Gilbert. He'll play it back for the Raiders. Steve Walters again. Fires it out to Henjack. It goes to Belcher. Belcher through a dummy. Gave it back to Meninga. He heads for the line. He's in. Meninga scores the try. Like a front row forward. Big Mal barged his way over. But it's Brendan Hall who makes a good break over halfway. He's down towards the quarter. He's got Melrose with him. Melrose heading for the line. Will they stop him? They won't. He's in. Melrose scores the try. Brendan Hall has made the break. A great break for Eastern Suburbs. Bacco's got it on the ground. Amazing. He was flat in his back and he got the ball back after losing it. Now it goes out to Jackson. Jackson's heading for the line. He's about a metre short. Canberra have got it rolling here. Great opportunity. Steve Walters sends it away towards Coyne. He's over. He scored. Coyne scores the try. He pops the ball away to Trevor Patterson. Now it goes to Melrose. Melrose with support. Throws the dummy. He tosses it over the top and it's scored. Morris has scored the try. A great try scored by Steve Morris. Well, Regan throws it over the top. It goes to Kinner. Kinner trying to get around them. Sends it inside to Coyne. Heading for the corner. He's got support. He's in. Coyne's in. Gary Coyne has scored his second try. It's a Corkery from dummy half. He's gone through the Matthew Corkery. He heads for the line. He'll score. What a try to Canberra.